Just don't make them like that anymore. I love that guy. But we got everybody in here. We're hearing from our good old fashioned argument. Said, Hal, do the Genji skin code giveaways.
Time to give some people some weeb.
Yeah. Weeb with a B.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
2 Genjis goes the giveaway. And all you need to do is participate in the chat and you have a chance to come away with one of those. That's all you got to do. No codes, no exclamation points or anything fancy like that. You just say hi. You can talk about my couch apparently, since that's been a thing in the chat for a while.
You have a nice couch, man. Let me tell you.
You know, I like it. I feel comfy on it. Wait. It's a couch, man. I sit down on it. You're
the only guy who casts on a couch, so it's perfect.
I know, man. Whenever I stream on my gaming PC now, people are like, "Where's the couch, man?" It's like, oh, are the casters ready? The casters are ready. We're always ready. What is this? Hello?
Hello.
Is this thing on?
Nice.
Okay, but so I think the 4 guys in the legend had the right idea to first ban Abathur. I really do. They didn't want to play against that soak, and I actually think the Dahaka ban from Scorpion Raccoon really helped them. Like they have the only global off of that, and we saw such a crazy experience lead. So I don't anticipate Scorpion Raccoon making a similar mistake this game. So Anubarak targeted. They don't want to play against it. 4 guys in a legend banned off Anubarak, and the response, like, a lot of times people, like, we've been seeing a lot of Ariel bans, correct, and Gul'dan as well from M teams. Dahaka is another good one.
It's interesting because we saw the value that Anubarak brought for 4 guys in the legend, so it's something of a mental jab to be like, we have something else in mind. We're not just gonna play like, a lot of teams subscribe in these style of settings where it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We'll just keep running the same comp until you beat it. And Anubarak was a huge enabler for 4 guys in the legend, so the ban them out now.
So there's the Dahaka.
It's interesting.
Now the first pickup. I wonder what it's gonna. There's so many things it could be. It could be Gul'dan. It could be. We've seen people go like. Okay, that's not one of the ones I was going to say. Tychus. Interesting.
Oh, is this Shogun? Is this Shogun?
Wait, it could be. Wait, it totally could be.
Now, I'm not even saying this facetiously because I watched the HTC Open Division playoffs, and there's a Cho'Gall build where the orb silences and whatnot, and then there's another talent where it does more damage each time you hit somebody. I've never it's just an overwhelming amount of damage. So
it's insane.
I'm not memeing when I say Cho'Gall could show up. And you've banned Anubarak, who has Cocoon.
Yep. There's also the, as soon as Cho'Gall hits 16, he's, actually unkillable. Okay, there's the Greymane Curse Bullet plus Leoric. Maybe they anticipate it, because they've probably been watching some of that Open Division. So, the response with Leoric Greymane, I think, is fantastic. I do think that if 4 guys in the legend were electing to go for the Cho'Gall pick, I don't know if they would continue to do that. That's just a lot of anti-tank.
It is a sound response from Scorpion Raccoon for certain, because they were like, all right, Anubarak ban, okay, cool. And then Tychus shows up in the first pick, and they're like, thinking emoji?
Yeah.
Wait a second. So they bank heavily on the incoming Cho'Gall selection. Take Greymane, Leoric. Might inspire a change of pace here. And
okay, now there's no chance. Yeah, good call. So I was going to say now 4 guys in a legend just have to look at a shrine control comp. So we have the Tyrael and the Ragnaros. Ragnaros is one of the best heroes aside from Kerrigan and Gul'dan for controlling. And actually, Cassia does a pretty hot job too. No pun intended on the Ragnaros, but I actually really like that pick. They have a lot of shrine control now. So
yeah, not too bad. I don't know. It can't be Cho'Gall at this point. If Cho'Gall showed up, that'd be a lopsided and awkward arrangement, to say the very least.
I would expect probably a support ban coming out, or actually they just want to look at the global. They don't want to play against it. Anticipating the solo warrior from Tyrael, and with the Ragnaros, I guess that's solid anticipation. So false dad ban. I was actually expecting to see a Malfurion ban come out. That's probably what we're going to see here. But yeah, we'll see what Four Guys in Legend decide to ban off.
I mean, if I'm Legend, I'm feeling pretty good about that false dad ban. It's like, hey, my play was inspiring and significant enough for you to take false dad off the board. He might not have been playing to go that hero anyway. So that's something in his best 3 settings. It's like, well, if we pose enough of a threat with this hero, we might get ourselves effectively a free ban. And we
they are
taken away.
They're a little bit more afraid of the Ariel, perhaps because of the sustain, than they are the Malfurion. So they decide to ban off that Ariel. Gul'dan's still up. The fact that he's made it this far. There's no mage for Scorpion Raccoon, so I would totally expect to see Gul'dan here. Plus Malfurion, and then secure a warrior after that. Like, you have an insane comp at that point. Like, so much control. Greymane has a massive amount of burst. I would love to see something like that come out for Scorpion Raccoon.
I agree. I feel like Gul'dan Malfurion would be one of the more ideal pairings you can go for here. What do I know?
Is this teammate?
Hello, Justin? Glock,
Yeah,
is that you?
I'm pretty sure this is teammate.
Someone tweet those guys. They are inspiring the amateur scene for sure. I mean, I get it. A well-played Medivh Diablo, that's a terrifying combination. I wouldn't want to deal with all that. And that's something Four Guys in Legend going to have to contend with for sure. Diablo's one of those heroes, especially on this map, where we can have a huge impact. It's pretty easy to land those stuns reliably from Shadow Charge. But when things get dicey for him, if he's overcommitted, Medivh drops a portal down, throws Force of Will on him, and he's gone.
Scorpion Raccoon, they will have a difficult time pre-10 though. And like, look at the early game strength from Four Guys in a Legend. Like, that's insane. Ragnaros is going to be able to step up onto the shrine pretty much uncontested, or they might even elect to give up the first one and 3-soak, because Ragnaros can Molten Core defend the first Punisher. So like, there's multiple avenues for Four Guys in a Legend at this point to satisfy a strong early game. And they end up going with the Varian over a Mage. Ooh. So, they're looking to duel. You see the Medivh, and the Uther picked up.
Ooh.
Honestly, this could go either way now. Like, I'm actually not 100% sure about the Varian pick. Very interesting. Very interesting. No pun intended again. What's going on here?
I like the idea of Medivh Diablo.
Yep.
But the lack of early game pressure is definitely something to consider that you so eloquently pointed out. One of the things I'm concerned about for Scorpion Raccoon is we saw what happened last game. Four Guys in Legend forego the objective and apply pressure on the map. They have a composition where they could do that here again.
Absolutely.
And they don't necessarily have the comp to respond to that. So we could very well see a situation where Scorpion Raccoon gets the first Punisher and they're like, yay, we did it. And then like, wait, like our bottom fort wall's like gone and half our fort's gone. And we didn't really get any value out of this objective after all, so like, what's going on?
And Four Guys in a Legend also have a strong 10 fight. So like, both of their level 10s are strong, even though Scorpion Raccoon's looking for level 10. But Four Guys in a Legend's level 10 is easier to pull off, so.
We're going to see over on the left side, this could be the last game of this best of 3. LZ Gamer is on Tyrael. Tychus is playing a Legend. Varian is being played by Jin. Elhaim's on Malfurion, and Taliant this time is on Ragnaros.
And on the right in red is Scorpion Raccoon. We got Nailter on Uther, Earthshaker playing that Leoric, Soray on Greymane, Electromad playing Medivh, and Jazz on that Diablo. Yo, we got Devil's Due. I'm already happy.
It's the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do.
It's true. Very true. So both these teams posturing up mid. Yeah, Electromad just flying around on the bird, trying to get a little bit of vision. The Diablo combo plus Greymane Burst, again, we commented on it, plus the Uther stun is just massive. So both these teams just sizing each other up in this mid lane, and then sending off their respective solo laners, anticipating the Rag, looking at just picking up his Q stacks on the Sulphurous Hungers, sends him to the top lane. Earthshaker actually managing to get caught out a little bit on this rotation, but the Drain Hope is enough to just keep him alive there.
Here's the Wraithwalk. He's going to be A-OK. Leoric and Ragnar squaring off. Legend on the flank, though. Uh-oh, that's a lot of damage. I do believe Leoric's going to be taken down here. Earthshaker vanishes off the map. First takedown of the game.
Okay, Earthshaker needs to reset mentally. He has been caught out so many times so far in these 2 games, and he now needs to expect it. You know, first death, fine. Second death, fine. But too many deaths, like he just needs to reset mentally and just realize that they are going to be targeting him now. And force those rotations up. Like, if he just plays safe, all of a sudden, 2 people from 4 guys in a legend go to top lane. Sure, now the rest of Scorpion Raccoon can respawn elsewhere.
Jazz could be the next target. Force of Will is going to keep him alive for the moment. Nice 2-burst in a root. LG Gamer still caught forward. Portal goes down, allows Diablo to get out of there. Sour Rage trying to get a return response for stepping in the portal himself. Trading barbs, no takedown in that situation.
Yeah, I actually like the fact that 4 guys in a legend also have a dynamic roster, because last game we did see Taliant on the Tyrael, and now this time we're seeing LZ Gamer, so it's really cool that these teams are, you know, comfortable enough, or this team's comfortable enough to switch up these heroes, so.
I'm trying to fix some of these obs issues. I obs the last game. I'm trying to follow good old-fashioned Argus Gamer. He seems to be playing ball right now. So.
Whoa. Molten Core coming out for Taliant. He's
That's
actually
big.
That is big. Actually, the root goes out as well onto Diablo, but the portal is just in time to secure the safety escape. So Molten Core doing massive damage to this shrine, but now, because they use Molten Core so early, they are 100% committing to this, because they don't have Molten Core now for the defense. So I would actually expect a team fight coming out from Scorpion Raccoon. Just force yourself onto this altar, because basically 4 guys in a legend just, you know, sold themselves out with the Molten Core.
Yeah, to give up the battle and win the war later on, strategy goes right out the window the moment Molten Core gets proc. 29 defenders and rising. Although Scorpion Raccoon starting to catch up. Forcible is going to save Jazz's bacon for the moment. Bowling Ball chases Sowery out of there. The gamble pays off. They do come away with the first Punisher of the game, so Crisis definitely averted there for 4 guys.
I liked it. They threw all their eggs into one basket, 4 guys in a legend, and they used that Molten Core early. They said, look, like, we have the early game strength. We have that Malfurion for the sustain. We have Ragnaros for the wave clear. Like, they felt really strong about it, and they just pushed in, and they ended up getting everything they wanted. And now look at this experience lead. It's going to start snowballing quite heavily. We have 3 people in lanes now, an entire level up. Soak coming in from the bottom. Like, fantastic early game so far from 4 guys.
Can't complain about that. You know, first game, they give up the first objective. This time, they win the objective, and they still maintain their soak advantage, just about a level lead. Pave the way for a tier advantage. And again, we see Scorpion Raccoon starting to fall behind on that front. And if they don't make something happen on even talent tiers, they could find themselves going out 2-0 in this set. LZ Gamer the target. Overpower on Tyrael. He's able to Q out of there, though, so the engage is effectively over. Jin needs some chip damage for his trouble on the way out, but 4 guys in Legends showing they have some escape options as well.
Absolutely. Jin actually did a fantastic job positioning up in that middle bush, watching for a rotation from Scorpion Raccoon. Because Scorpion Raccoon obviously recognizes that they're not going to hit 7 first, right? So they're anticipating that their opponents are looking at their Khazra camp, and that's exactly what they were doing. And Jin was posted up. He watched the rotations from Scorpion Raccoon, dismounted 2 people, started a little bit of a skirmish, and then managed to escape. And then 4 guys in the Legend grabbed their camp for free. So really good job by the Varian there to just secure that resource.
Macro play making itself apparent by the veterans of the scene. LZ Gamer and the crew have been around for a while. We're seeing that in their macro play. Heavy rotation goes in. Forcible is going to save Electromad. Portal's going to get him out of there as well. Stun goes in from Uther on the Varian, who drops the shield wall and gets out himself. A little bit of damage getting traded back and forth, but no heavy commitment one way or the other. Both of the teams seemingly trying to keep the macro up, waiting for the next objective.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually not even able to see the... Can I see it? Yeah, okay. So, Sulphurous Hungers is actually just about to get finished up here. 1 more stack left. So. Ooh. You see the pick? I didn't see it.
I did. Medivh was trying to take that easy stroll back to the mid fort and live his life, only to find his Master's Touch stacks get turned back to 0 early in the progression. 4 guys in Legend enjoying that body advantage for the moment as they rotate up towards the next shrine, and Earthshaker tips his hat. He's like, you guys can go ahead and start this up, that's fine.
Oh, now it's like Scorpion and Raccoon are in a really difficult spot because they just lost their Medivh. They're down an entire level in experience, and now Ragnaros has so much control over the shrine. But this is the top shrine, so 4 guys in a legend do have to put all of their bodies into this shrine, and it's really difficult to escape at that point. So it opens up a spot for Scorpion and Raccoon to push in and try to get the team fight they're looking for. Molten Core does come out as well.
They can use again and try to win this objective. It worked out for him last time. Go for it again. Jazz is getting poked down quite a bit by the Molten Core before deciding to back away. Shield Wall will preserve Earthshaker for the moment. No, Force of Will. Portal goes in. Jazz jumps in, jumps back out, jumps back in again. Gets the overpower, isolates Talion. Stun follow-up. He's going to be able to speed boost himself out of there. Diablo's low on health, trying to get around the corner. Nail to her potential target. Now it's Greymane's turn. Gets the Force of Will. Uther for the stun on the disengage. But at the end of it, second Punisher of the game, going the way of 4 guys in a legend.
See, I love this draft from Scorpion and Raccoon, even though it's more difficult. But do you want to know what we needed to see there? Like, no matter what, Scorpion and Raccoon had to send Medivh bottom. They had to send Leoric mid. Like, you have to 3-soak. The Punisher is diving. They're looking at that kill onto Jazz on the Diablo. Overkill, not quite enough, but the last little bit of damage does end up killing Diablo. And now this tower dive's coming through. Uther is going to... Oh, yeah, he manages to escape. But there's the Twilight Dream to secure the kill, so... Yeah, 2 kills on the top side, actually 3 kills, and they're looking for more.
Why not? I mean, they found Electroman. It's going to be 4 heroes taken down on the side of Scorpion and Raccoon, and thus far, Kala, the Diablo Medivh Gambit, not exactly netting value for Scorpion and Raccoon, and 4 guys in the legend seem to feel pretty good about where they're at right now.
Yeah, exactly. And that was just, Scorpion and Raccoon probably just aren't as comfortable with a draft like this. So they definitely need to send 3 people into lanes and just try to get level 10 before, anything crazy happens. And, they missed that opportunity. The hard camp taken away from Scorpion and Raccoon, and the push on top is very real.
They're going to continue to hang out. They already got one of the keep walls, or the keep towers. They're going to hang around. Why not? You got your heroic advantage.
Yep.
Help yourself to the second one. Jin hanging out in the front, making sure that Legend's able to do what he does. Chaz rotates up. The moment these heroics show up,
yeah, here we go.
A very spicy turn of events.
Leoric rotating up from the mid lane as well, and Ragnaros isn't there to help out, so I'm expecting a team fight here. Is the portal going to come through?
The Intune just misses Jin, who's able to skirt around the corner, turns around, charges in on Leoric, goes for the taunt. Cooler heads end up prevailing, both of these teams deciding to back away, and something of a missed opportunity there. That's going to be one of the small windows where Scorpion Raccoon could have taken an even tier fight while they had their main heroics. Lightning Breath over Apocalypse. That's surprising.
Okay, so the early... Fallen Shaman Camp taken for 4 guys in a legend before the shrine's even available. I think, okay, actually there it is now. Okay, so I totally forgot the Punisher timer because it died so long ago because there's that aggression in the top side. So look at this Fallen Shaman Camp now. It's completely pressuring the keep. Scorpion and Raccoon are in a very, very sticky situation now.
Finding themselves out macroed once again as the next shrine phase shows up. And I believe we have Alright, we got the obs working again. Nice. Cool. Okay. 8 defenders in rising already for the members of 4 guys, and a legend Earthshaker shows up. Autobots, we see the Odin get called down, putting some pressure on the Earthshaker, decides to back away. Jazz is going to rotate around. Can't find that opportunity to jump in, but the Leyline Seal might do something about that. They still don't engage off of it.
And we have Leyline Seal plus Lightning Breath. Like, I'm really not sure what the combo here from Scorpion Raccoon is going to be. Like, are they looking to just Intune plus Lightning Breath the target? Because I'm not sure if that works out. Like, you've got Sanctification for stuff like that. So, Scorpion and Raccoon are actually going to have an incredibly difficult time. Sulfur Smash does go out onto the Leoric, but he manages to sidestep it. The root also misses, so Leoric is going to stay alive for another day. But now, 4 guys in a legend looking at diving onto 2 of these keeps. This is a bit of an ambitious play.
Lightning Breath is going to try to isolate Baron, who somehow has stayed alive thus far. Finally does go down. Can the members of Scorpion Raccoon make something happen off of this? They are awfully low on health, though Greymane's going to get taken down as Sanctification drops. This top keep is going to fall as the Frozen Punisher barrels down the mid lane. Indecision, Kala. They decide to hang around down the talents here over the Punisher. They don't get that. They don't clear out the top lane, so they lose their top keep. They lose on all fronts. this could spell the beginning of the end.
I completely agree. The middle wall is going to be opened up now. We've got top keep completely opened up, and the wave clear for Scorpion Raccoon is not the hot. Again, no pun intended with that lightning breath. So they're going to have a really difficult time dealing with the rest of this. Like, the rest of this game, Four Guys in a Legend have Ragnaros. Like, they can stall out any sort of pressure that Scorpion Raccoon tries to put out onto the map. Like, this is exactly how Four Guys in a Legend wanted this game to work out, and I would say it's dictated completely by the early game strength of their comp, wouldn't you say?
I would definitely say so. I mean, the macro pressure continues to be applied by the members of Four Guys in a Legend. And, I mean, the moment I saw Leyline Seal go down, and there was no engage off of that, I was like, okay, Scorpion Raccoon officially should not be here. Because if you get two people on Leyline Seal, why not go in at that point? So then they just lost out on all fronts. They lost the top lane. They are trying to go in on LZ Gamer. He's able to queue out of there. Even talented for the moment. The Sulfurious Smash slams the gavel down, paves the way for the first takedown. Leoric gets taken out of the equation. Portal's going to help to disengage the rest of the members of Scorpion Raccoon, who seem to be floundering, struggling for answers.
I mean, and that was everything, right? That was the Cursed Bullet, that was the ley line, that was literally like everything that Scorpion Raccoon had, and they couldn't even secure a kill with it. And now Sanctification is available with a 3-level deficit. So very, very difficult for Four Guys in a Legend to lose this game now. And I just wanted to quickly touch on this, but it seems like, and this is something that I see with amateur teams, sometimes when you get into situations like this, I know I've talked about it already earlier, but playing from the back foot is so darn hard. And oftentimes you'll see teams, newer teams, it looks like they're playing to not lose instead of taking the tiny opportunities they have to get back into the game and capitalizing on them. Like earlier, when basically Four Guys in a Legend 100% secured their shrine, we should have seen 3 soaking from Scorpion Raccoon, because that was literally the only response they could have done. But instead they forced the disadvantageous team fight, and they end up losing an even greater amount, right? Like, at that point you're like just playing to like, please, like, don't lose, like, this is maybe the only thing that we can do, but it's not, right? There's more that they can do on the map, and they're just not seeing it at this point. And now I got to deal with the Punisher pushing on the bottom side when Four Guys in a Legend pick it up in a few moments here. 16s, I don't think are going to be available for Scorpion Raccoon.
I don't believe so either. That decision to not soak is definitely crushing the members of Scorpion Raccoon. They can't dare go in and try to go for this shrine phase, and they find themselves making a decision now that they should have made 3 levels ago.
Yeah,
where
now
they're
we
trying
see
to
it.
right now they're trying to catch up on experience. Now they're trying to get themselves back into the game. It just may be too little, too late. Jazz finds himself the potential target of conversation. Gets the taunt. Baron goes in. LZ Gamer steps forward. Portal's gonna help him get out of there. An Arcane Punisher walking towards this bottom keep with a tier advantage and Talion on Ragnaros. This is gonna be rough.
This is definitely an end play. So Four Guys in a Legend can push up. They have the talent advantage. Take this wall so that when the jump comes, you can follow it up with the Sulfurous. Like, look for that one pick, and then you could basically just grab that keep and then Molten Core on top of it. So there's actually the Wraith Walk to stop the jump. So fantastic job by Scorpion Raccoon. 16 still not available.
Half level away feels like an eternity for Scorpion Raccoon, who's going to lose the second keep of the game, and you know Talion's waiting to jump on that bad boy once it goes down.
Oh yeah,
First bullet goes out. Not too much value to be had there. Talion wastes no time to embiggen himself on his bottom keep. Earthshaker, the target of the Punisher. All kinds of action breaking loose. Lightning Breath trying to burn down Elhaim. It's not going to be enough. Sanctification will save the support for now. Taunt goes in and a Twilight Dream. Diablo doing everything he can, but the shield is down. The core is down to 87% and falling. But the Entomb goes in. Malfurion goes down.
Four Guys in a Legend actually pushed up really, really far into this. Only 3 of them left available. Saurai taking massive damage from the Ragnaros, and he goes down as well. LZ Gamer, little bit of health left over. Jazz looking for that kill. Electromad does take the portal, but doesn't manage to grab the kill. Portal back to secure the safety, and only 87% core. Four Guys in a Legend, I think maybe they could have ended that if they played it a little bit differently, but nice job by Scorpion Raccoon to basically save their core so they can fight for another day.
Keeping the hope and the dream alive. You lose only 13% on your core. One could do worse. The takedowns were enough to stall the advance of Four Guys in a Legend. But once I saw that taunt and turn from Baron, I was like, uh-oh. But then a well-timed portal helped Jazz get out of there. That could have been the end of the game for sure. But with 2 keeps down, all kinds of pressure on you, only a level away before Scorpion or before 4 guys in Legend get to level 20. How do you respond to this situation?
Exactly what they're doing. Send in Medivh deep, because look at all of the lanes. 4 guys in a Legend have to push so far across this map in order to get anything. Sure, give them their hards. All that does is push out your top wave even more and just let it crash even deeper. Force them to walk into those lanes super deep in order to gain experience. They need that level 20 so bad. So just send the Medivh around the map. Make sure you find these rotations. Just like, look at LZ Gamer. He's soaking mid for free. You cannot let him do this. You have to force a team fight right now in this mid lane. You have to force this immediately.
They're going in. The taunt forces out the force of will. Sour Ray half health already, and Toon goes down. Split efforts from the side of Scorpion and Raccoon. They're not able to capitalize on that. Jin, not necessarily the target you want to try to entomb anyway. He can just shield wall himself for days. But no takedowns out of that team fight that I feel Scorpion and Raccoon needed. Level 20 is not yet here, though.
They'll still get the team fight, though.
Still hope.
Yeah, they will still get this team fight before 20 because there's no wave middle, and bottom wave is crashing in as well for Scorpion Raccoon. So basically, 4 guys in a Legend just need to stall out as long as they can. They've got top pushing and bottom pushing, and they don't want to force a team fight. But the fact that they're up on this shrine means that Scorpion Raccoon maybe will get a team fight, and we're going to see it here.
Only half a level away, Talion casually waiting for the Molten Core at the right time. Looking to drop the base himself. Lucio impersonation, but Jazz on the flank goes in, gets the Shadow Charge with LZ Gamer. Molten Core shows up. A boatload of damage gets dropped on the members of Scorpion Raccoon. Start to back out of there. Jin's trying to lead the charge step forward. LZ Gamer forward as well. The poke range damage is absolutely serious. Divine Shield goes in. The taunt goes in on Diablo. Force of Will keeps him alive. He drops Lightning Breath. He commits. No takedowns just yet. So far, 4 guys in Legend sustained.
Like, I don't know if I've ever seen greater value come out from a Molten Core plus an Odin before in my entire life. Like, did you see the amount of damage coming out from the back end of that team fight from 4 guys in a Legend? Like, the entire Scorpion Raccoon roster was down to like 30% health. Like, that was crazy. They played that almost perfectly. And I actually think the biggest issue here is the counter synergy in heroics. Like, the Lightning Breath plus Leyline Seal, like, Leyline Seal gives you hit confirm on your Apocalypse. So it's like, that's such a fantastic combo. You leyline the backline, and then all of a sudden the APOC comes through with the portal, and there's a Greymane plus an Uther with Divine Storm on top of your backline. Like, they're dead.
You know who saw all that damage? Nailter, because he's like, dude, I'm Uther with these long cooldowns. What do you want me to do? He managed to keep him alive long enough, but at the end of it, it's not going to save the core. 22% in falling with 71% left on his frozen Punisher. This is going to be a 2-0. Favor 4 guys in Legend who advance further to the finals and that ginormous prize pool. Well played.
I think that a Scorpion Raccoon just kind of, I actually just think the biggest issue is their talent picks there, and the fact that they didn't split soak when 4 guys in a Legend clearly won the shrine. They picked that late game. So basically, if you're looking for a level 10 comp, you just want to make sure that you can hit level 10 within half of a level of your opponents. Because you have to recognize when your team doesn't have as much early game strength, right? So if you recognize that, just stay away from them. What does a team with early game strength look for? They look to body you, right? Like, that's the whole point. So you don't want to give them that. And I really felt like that win condition for 4 guys in a Legend was kind of given to them frequently, actually. So really good game, though. Good game.
It was.
Sorry.
I mean, I would just have to echo all the points that you made. The anti-synergy of the heroics selected for Scorpion Raccoon were really unfortunate, because it's like, I'm not sold on Lightning Breath generally as a heroic for Diablo when you can get so much value out of Apocalypse. But if you're going to take that, the last thing you want to see is, all right, guys, I dropped Lightning Breath. It's time to, roast some marshmallows. And then Leyline Seal comes across and you're like, oh, so I'm doing 0. I'm just here now. Just taking damage.
We saw the counter synergy come into play on that last shrine. Like, you saw the leyline go out, right? And then the Lightning Breath went over top of it, and then nothing happened.
Right. I'm like, if they had Apocalypse, or maybe even Divine Storm. I mean, I get why you have Divine Shield, but you already have Medivh and Force of Will.
Yep.
Like, if you want to try to make somebody invulnerable for that escape, and you take Medivh, go for the added lock. Could you imagine? Like, 4 guys in Legend, they step in there, they got Ragnaros hanging out in the back, so you got, like, only 4 bodies really to deal with.
Yep.
And you're going up against a Malfurion who doesn't have any burst damage. So a Shadow Charge into a wall, into an Overpower, into Apocalypse, into Divine Storm on Malfurion, he's gone.
On Malfurion, on Tychus, on like anybody. And Tychus not as much, but like, you know what I mean? Like pretty much any of those targets were kill targets. Varian would have died too. You know, he's not able to use his shield wall when he's stunned up. So like, I actually think anyone was a pretty much viable kill target. You know, the only one who pretty much isn't is Tyrael because he can sword away in between. But yeah, like we would have seen such a fantastic kill comp come out from Scorpion Raccoon so long as they changed up their talent picks. So,
well,
I'm with you.
I mean, that's something they'll have to keep in mind for the next season of Heroes like Tempo Storm. But Scorpion Raccoon, thank you for some excellent play all throughout the season. Hope to see you guys next time. Yeah, a great set of games. The next ones that we'll see actually is going to be Miasma Esports, who managed to advance over their opponents. They'll be taking on 4 guys in the Legend. A sharp roster for sure. We're going to be doing 2 Diva skin bundles next week.
Nerf this.
Dude, I played 2 games of Diva.